Hi there, welcome back to my channel with her nose stuck in a book. My name is Nikki and today we're going to be talking about the books that I want to read in December, my December TBR. As always, if you can hear snoring in the background, it is my two French bulldogs. If you could just try and ignore them the same way I do, because even when they're awake, they sound like that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the books that I'll be reading in December. Got quite a few here. I probably won't get to them all, but I will explain that in a wee minute. I am reading, first of all, this massive book by Charles Dickens, Bleak House, for my hardcore literature book club. It is over 900 pages and I'm about nearly 400 pages in, so I was a bit intimidated by this. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it. The only other Dickens that I've read is Christmas Carol, and obviously I think I might have read Oliver Twist, but I can't remember. But if I did, it was when I was a child. I've definitely seen the film, obviously, but I couldn't say with certainty that I've actually read Oliver Twist. But yeah, Bleak House, it is massive. It is also meant to be a lot of people's favourite Dickens novel and one that people consider his best. It is about, basically it's about the Court of Chancery, which is a court that deals with kind of will disputes, inheritance disputes, things like that. And it's notoriously slow, so it goes, like, these court cases go on for years and years and years and years and years, and people die before they get their inheritance. Like, they go on so long and they go on so long and become so complex and convoluted that no one knows what they're actually about anymore. And it's about how the lawyers, they're basically like dragging these court cases out over a number of years and collecting their lawyers' fees and just whittling away at that inheritance, because all their fees are coming away from the inheritance that's in dispute, so that if the people ever actually get their inheritance, they're getting pittance, because it's all been wasted in court fees and lawyers' fees, if they get anything at all, because they just drag on so long. And in the Victorian times, the Court of Chancery was one of the things that people wanted reformed, because it was just a joke. It was a joke of a institution, and this is basically Dickens taking aim at that and saying, like, this is a joke and it needs changed. So we have it's told from a omniscient narrator for parts of it, and then other parts are told first person by a girl called Esther, who is an orphan, and she's been brought up with who she thinks is her godmother, and then one day she is taken, like, her godmother dies, and she finds out that her godmother was actually her aunt, and a man called Mr. Jarndyce is going to pay for her to go to learn to be a governess, and then she will go and live with him, and she does that, and then she gets taken to London and she meets Ada and Richard, who are two wards of the court, and they're tied up in this Jarndyce and Jarndyce lawsuit that's been dragging on for years and years and years and years, and they're the beneficiaries. And so they're going to live with Mr. Jarndyce, and Esther is to be Ada's companion. So it's about them, and it's about how the court case drags on and, like, basically sends the people involved in it like mad and destroys their lives and stuff, because it's so inefficient. there's so many other subplots running through it. Like I say, I'm only on page 385, so there's still so much more to go. But the amount of characters that I've met so far, and like all the different little subplots which I'm sure will all tie together in the end. Like you're starting to see how people are connected and stuff. But yeah, I am enjoying it much more than I thought I would. Some parts are more readable than others. Like some of the plot points are quicker reads than others. But yeah, I am enjoying it so far, and hopefully I will get through it by the end of December. It is a bit of a chonker, but like not one that I would have read by myself, so that is a good thing about the book clubs. The book club, hardcore literature book club, and just book clubs in general, is that it does get you to pick up things that you wouldn't normally pick up. The next book that I am currently reading is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I started this at the end of November, and I have read this before, as you probably know from previous videos. This is one of my favourite books, if not my favourite book of all time. It is about a group of students who are studying the classics at university in New England, and right at the start we learn that Bunny has been killed, and it's about this. The rest of the book is about why it happened, like the story of how this came to be. It's told from the viewpoint of Richard, who is he's kind of an outsider in the group. Like he's poorer than them all, and he came into the class later than the rest of them, and it's told through his point of view. And when I first read this when I was younger, I was just blown away by it. So far I'm really enjoying it again. It's just as good this time round, but I'm only about a quarter of the way through so far, so I plan to finish that this month. And then the other book that I started at the end of November, and I'm continuing on, I'm about halfway through this one, and it is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and this is probably my favourite classic of all time. Again, this is a reread, really enjoying it this time around, and as you probably know, it's about the story of Cathy and Heathcliff and the Yorkshire Moors, and it's about doomed love and betrayal and vengeance and all those sort of things, like toxic relationships and that. So I'm really enjoying my second read. Is it my second? Maybe my third time reading this. Halfway through, and plan to finish that this month. Yeah. I want to reread A Christmas Carol because it's just very it's the kind of ultimate Christmas story. This story is probably partly why we have Christmas as we have it today. Like Charles Dickens is a major part of the Christmas traditions that we have today. So it's always nice to read A Christmas Carol around this time of year. I think I might save it for the actual week of Christmas and read it like maybe a couple of days before Christmas. But again, it's a short story. It's a novella, so it's only about, let me just check, it's about 90 pages long, 80 pages long. So you could read it in an afternoon. As you probably know, it's the story of Scrooge, and he's visited by 4 ghosts: the ghost of his ex-partner Marley, and then the ghosts of Christmas past, the Christmas present, and Christmas yet to come. And he is shown the error of his ways, and decides when he wakes up on Christmas Day to be a better man and a better human being. And it's just it's a very sentimental tale, and yeah, it just screams Christmas, so I want to read that. Then I picked up another Christmas book, and this is The Nutcracker. So it's The Nutcracker and the Mouse King by E.T.A. Hoffmann, and then there's The Tale of the Nutcracker by Alexander Dumas. So it's two versions of the same story. I've never read the Nutcracker. I literally have nutcrackers all over my house at Christmas time. Like, I don't know how many nutcrackers I have as Christmas decor, but it's a lot. So I thought, why not get the book and see what it's all about. And as I say, there's two different versions here. I think E.T.A. Hoffman's the original, and then Alexandre Dumas, who wrote Count of Monte Cristo and The Three Musketeers, he done his version of it, and I think there's many other versions of the Nutcracker as well. So I'm going to give at least one of those a go and see what it's all about, because I haven't even seen like the ballet or anything, but I'm obsessed with Nutcrackers at Christmas time, so it would be good to know like the story there. Next up, I have The Magician's Nephew by C.S. Lewis. This is the first book in the Narnia series, and I picked this up just because Narnia gives very wintry vibes, and I read this in primary school, and I just remember really enjoying. I've just got this vivid memory of remembering, like a vivid memory of really enjoying it, and like it's a memory that sticks in my brain. Is reading this, I think it was primary 4, and I wanted to read it again, and I thought a Narnia at Christmas time, like, because it's a winter vibe, so that's sort of like The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and that like is perfect for kind of December time. Also, they're making this book into a movie next year. It's coming out the end of next year, so it would be good to just read the book again before that movie comes out. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to revisiting Narnia, and I'll probably try and make my way through the whole set over the next year. Next one I've picked up is not winter Christmas vibes at all. I just picked it up because, and it's the Staying Relevant podcast book by Sam Thompson and Pete Wicks. I read Pete Wicks's book last month, his biography. I really like these two, and their podcast is really funny, and I would recommend that. So I picked this up to give it a go. I don't think it'll be a very long read. It's done as a conversation, the same way Ant and Dec done their book. So yeah, looking forward to that. That should be quite funny. And then the next lot of books that I've got to try, and these aren't necessarily that I'm going to read them all in December, because they're basically collections of short stories and stuff. So this first one here is Murder on Christmas Eve, and it's a selection of different short stories from different authors, just different crime and murder mysteries. So we've got Ellis Peter, Ian Rankin, Val McDermott, Marjorie Allingham, etc. So again, it's just a set of about 12 short stories, so I'll just be dipping into that as and when. So I might not read the full thing, but I certainly will be dipping into it. Again, same idea, Christmas is Murder, Val McDermott, Chilling's short story collection. So again, exact same idea, lots of different stories, dipping in and out of that as and when I feel like it. Then I got this. I probably will read the full thing of this because it is very slim, and it's a poem for every day of Christmas, so literally a couple of minutes a day to read a poem. This is edited by Ali Aziri, and I believe she does sets that are like a poem for every day of the year, a poem for every night of the year. She's got quite a few different anthologies, but yeah, so this is a poem for every day of Christmas. So this takes you from the 1st of December right through to Hogmanay, with Auld Lang Syne. So I'll probably get through the entirety of that, because like a couple of minutes to read a poem every day isn't too difficult. But it's so pretty. Like, I just think it looks so nice. But I just thought that'd be a really nice book to have about every Christmas that you can just lift and dip into. And then in the same vein, this is a literary Christmas, an anthology put together by the British Library, and it's just a set of different extracts from books, poems, short stories. So, for instance, we've got A Visit from St Nicholas, famous Night Before Christmas poem. Extracts from Sons and Lovers, Wuthering Heights, Christmas Carol, Mill on the Floss. What else? Wind in the Willows, Little Women. Different poems in here. So yeah, I will be just dipping into that and reading little bits. Might not necessarily read the whole thing, but I certainly will be reading little bits of it. And then finally, in the exact same vein as before, this is the same thing, a literary Christmas, but a children's literary Christmas. So again, by the British Library, and it's the exact same idea, like extracts from stories and poems. So this one, we've got A Boy Called Christmas, we've got some Mark Twain, we've got some L. Frank Baum, we've got E. Nesbitt, we've got Alexander Dumas, Hans Christian Andersen, Dylan Thomas, Shirley Hughes, Charles Dickens, Michael Morpurgo, Kenneth Graham, A.A. Milne, like all different people. And again, I will just be dipping in and out of these over the December month, and just getting that kind of Christmassy feeling going. So that's it for today. As I say, I might not get through everything as always on my TBR. I'm far too ambitious, but I do hope to get through a fair few of them, and I hope you have got your Christmassy reads ready too, and I will see you next time.